For Rebecca.
She on the way?
But,
Okay.
but let's get everything
We
else
can
done.
pause.
Yeah.
The regular board meeting of the Park District of Highland Park is called to order at 6:01 PM. Brian, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Bernstein?
Here.
Commissioner Grossberg is absent. Commissioner Flores Weiskopf?
Here.
Vice President Ruttenberg?
Here.
President Kaplan?
Here as well. Are there any additions to the agenda? Hearing none. Is there any public comment for items on the agenda?
Yeah, I actually have I have a question. I don't really understand this chart, and I was hoping that maybe during the discussion that it could be talked about. I don't know the difference between a membership and an active member.
Is that the rec center?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what chart are you looking at?
The rec center chart,
Okay.
page 3. So you show,
Do you want to state your name and?
oh, sorry, I'm Rick Heineman, and I live on 1449 Glencoe Avenue in Highland Park.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes.
Welcome to the meeting.
And what is interesting to me, and again, hopefully someone will tell me what the difference between memberships and active members, but if the number is 3171, if you compare that to the fact that we only have a population of less than 30,000 in this town, that's a pretty impressive number
Yes, it is.
as
an
being
impressive
members
facility.
of your facility.
Mitch, can you explain the difference, please?
Sure. So the top column you're talking about with membership is an actual membership sold.
Okay?
An active member would be the total number of members. So for example, a family membership would count for one membership sold, but there would be 5 members as part of that family. That's why there's
Perfect.
the differences between the numbers.
Okay, but it's impressive. I mean, I did not think it would be that large, and I'm impressed. Thank you.
Well, it's an impressive facility, and we have impressive staff running it, so.
And we compete with the other gyms because it's a community. That's what
Yeah.
people like to do, the socialization and seeing each other.
There's a lot of gyms now.
Yeah,
Yes, there are.
but we stay ahead of it.
Okay, the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
All right, Brian, call the roll.
Commissioner Bernstein? Aye. Commissioner Flores Weiskopf?
Aye.
Vice President Ruttenberg?
Aye.
And President Kaplan?
Aye, motion carries. Consent agenda is approved. Perfect timing. Don't even sit down. Unfinished business, Community Park Stormwater SMC Funding Initiative.
Yes, thank you very much.
Rebecca Grill.
Thank you. So the community park has been presented with an opportunity for some funding to help us provide the community with some flood storage on that site. So SMC, which is the Lake County Stormwater Management Commission, approached us with some information about federal funding that can be available for stormwater detention. SMC has offered to help us pay for that application. There's a lengthy application that needs to be compiled. They have a current contract with Hay and Associates, who we are also working with. So that contract can be extended to Hay and Associates to, okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay. I just used this one. Dan, how?
It was there.
There we go.
There you go.
You may remember this. We created quite some time ago an inundation analysis that looks at where does this property flood, when it floods. And we have presented that footprint to SMC, and it would be that footprint that Hay and Associates would work from to try to create some additional flood storage on this property. So if you think of joining those two ponds together, that area is about 10 acres and would provide some help to the community and would give us the opportunity to really kind of drive that conversation using a concept that is one that we feel really leaves our passive recreation area in good shape. The timing for this, I should mention the conceptual plan that we have currently can fairly easily be adapted to this new thinking on the stormwater capacity. We're working with Hay and Associates talking about that, but they've already come up with an idea that would leave us probably all of those elements. The gazebo might have to shift, the poor gazebo. So it's a very nice thing to be able to work together and to bring these things together and help our community out to whatever degree we can. The other thing about this is we'd be able to incorporate some habitat into that wetland creation, so that we would have perhaps some wetlands, some hemi-marsh areas that would not just be serving a stormwater storage function, but would also provide some benefit for all kinds of creatures, including people. The earliest that this could take place, the deadline for the application is in December or possibly January. It changes every year, and we would not hear back from them until later in 2020, and the earliest we could start that work would be spring of 2021, which fits into our plan fine. We would plan to continue to implement our concept plan that we have now, taking into account anything that we, feel we wouldn't want to invest in if that project were to come through. So the only other thing I would say is it's a grant. So it may or may not come to fruition. But it appears that the cost to the district will be zero, at least to apply for it. Certainly to apply for it. And our agreement with SMC is that it will not cost the Park District any money. We have met with the city. We are all in agreement that we should proceed.
And this doesn't do anything to your conceptual plan or plans that we
Nothing
have?
that we can't deal with.
Work around. Okay.
Mhm.
Where's the grant from?
It is the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA. It's a grant program that's called Pre-Disaster Mitigation.
Have you been in contact with Congressman Schneider's office with regard to it?
We have not, although I think Mike Warner, who's the executive director at SMC, may have mentioned his name.
Okay, so I think, once we get moving through the process, I think that, a couple phone calls into his office would be advisable.
Thank you.
So I wish I
Oops,
would have thought
sorry.
of this sooner, Dan, to have you put something up on the screen, but I took this really great picture when I was going to the gym, and it's a resident standing in front of the Take a Walk, and I thought this was so neat. Right? Look at this cow.
Okay.
So it just goes to show that I think there's a lot of interest and excitement. It's just a man standing there reading the
Yeah.
Take a Walk. And I think the whole, the fact that it says Take a Walk and it's real clever, but I think there's excitement and a lot of interest. People are curious as to what's going to happen to that development. So, just thought I'd share that.
Thank you, and we have recently updated the website. There's a project webpage, pdhp.org, HPCC to Nature, and that has frequently asked questions. Our design presentation is up online, so if you have anybody that is interested, you can direct them there.
While you're here, Rebecca, I had an opportunity to talk to Rebecca yesterday because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it tonight. And Rebecca mentioned, and I'll let you take it from here, that that rumor has it there's an eagle on this property. So if that's true, I think we should get ahead of because I assume there'll be some sightings going forward, that we should put something on the website in case people say, oh my God, there's an eagle, where can they get some information? So.
Okay.
Why don't you explain what you told me about the eagle? Because I don't know if everyone's heard about that.
Yeah, so bald eagles are kind of making a minor return from practically being extinct, so it's cool that we're part of that. They have been sighted on the north end of the community park property, also at Sunset Valley Golf Course, and there's some also hanging out at Lake Cook Road, although we're not sure if those are our eagles or if they belong in Cook County. We don't know.
Okay. Just as long as they're not in Philadelphia, we're okay with that.
There you go. That's right.
Well, that's very exciting. It just adds to.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. So if we can put, if someone could get a couple pictures and find that eagle and put it on our website, that'd
Lori?
be great.
All right.
Lori?
On it.
Okay.
No. Because I hang out there, I would take pictures. But also, that's a good point. And Cal, I don't know if you were
Yeah.
requesting information on an eagle.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Because if it's there, it's going to be soaring, and we'll get some calls on it. So
Yeah.
let's get ahead of that.
Just
if
be
that's
neat
true.
to like Cal said, to show that we're ahead of it. Like
Yeah.
we know it's here.
Don't let your little dog loose.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the fox that's in my neighborhood.
Mm.
Great. That's great.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Treasurer's report, Annette Curtis.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
It's been a busy couple of days in the business office. Lauterbacher and Amen, the district's auditors, are here this week, and they're reviewing the financial information for 2018. After the second day, everything seems to be going well. Any adjustments or concerns, any discussion will happen a little later in the week. But so far, it's been nice and quiet, which I like. On Friday, March 15th, the Finance Committee received a sneak peek at the pre-audit year-end numbers. I don't really anticipate those numbers changing at all through the audit process. The Finance Committee gave me some direction that a brief board presentation will be given at April's workshop. And then, if possible, Lauterbacher and Amen will present the audit to the Finance Committee on May 16th at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then they will be joining us at our board meeting on the 28th for a final vote and board presentation. So tonight's treasurer's report is kind of really short. The information included in the board packet represents activity through February 2019. And from a financial standpoint, this is really a quiet month for the Park District. Staff, however, is busy gearing up for spring and summer, and we've had the spring registration already, and summer registration will be following in April. As we move into the busier season, this is just kind of as a reminder, you'll see that the program revenue will be posting the start dates, but then, you've heard me say this one before, expenses always lag, probably about a month behind. If there are any questions?
So May 16th at what time? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, if we can make that. I'll
Sure.
set out a meeting invite
Well,
for
that's-
everybody.
I'm free.
Just got it.
What's that?
Just got your invite.
Very good. Checks written from February 22nd through March 14th and presented to the board tonight for approval. Total $1,279,437.95. These expenditures all relate to 2019, and they were budgeted ordinary expenditures. I don't know if anybody has any questions?
Barney?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Annette.
Okay, Director's report, Brian Romes.
Yes. So we have some things to share. The neighborhood meetings for 2019 have been scheduled, where the public is invited to meet with elected officials and staff from government agencies in Highland Park. Individuals can ask questions and hear about community initiatives, services, and programs. The dates for those are April 30th, 6 p.m. at Heller Nature Center, May 10th, 9 a.m. at Moraine Township, and June 12th, 6 p.m. at Red Oak School. There are some events coming up for the spring. On Saturday, April 13th, families can enjoy a full hot breakfast with the Bunny at the Highland Park Country Club. Times are 9:30 to 11 a.m., and registration is on our website. On Saturday, April 20th, the following week, at Sunset Woods Park, the annual egg hunt will happen. And it's at 10 a.m. sharp. So if you come too late, you may miss it. It only lasts about 5 minutes, the actual egg hunt. And there'll be lots of prizes and a photo opportunity with the Bunny. Sunset Valley Golf Course, we're actually hosting our first IJGA Junior Golf Tournament that we've ever hosted, and that's April 6th. It's at 9:30. It's an 18-hole individual stroke play event for boys and girls ages 14 through 18. And also, we're continuing the Friday fish fries on Friday.
Did anyone get to go to that?
I went to one, it was great.
We've had great turnout both Fridays at the 1390 restaurant, so that will continue on Friday nights from 4:30 to 8. And then we got spring break coming up, and there will be at Highland Nature Center, we're doing some crate stacking on March 26th from 12:30 to 3 for ages 10 to 15. If you have not seen that, it's their newest feature there. Should check that out. And at Deer Creek is a junior spring break tennis camp for the week, and that is from 9 a.m. to 2:30. And also at the rec center, we have a special student membership for those who are home for the week. It's a 10-day membership, and it's $30 for residents and $45 for non-residents. And that's all I have.
Rebecca, can you tell us a little bit about crate stacking? Is that what's happening at Heller?
Sure. Several of us have done that in an employee team building effort. You take milk crates, you set two of them side by side, and you run a harness that's linked up high, right? So you're being pulled upwards as you build the crates beneath you. So there's people holding that rope and holding you up in the air, and you have someone who's handing you the crates. And I think Amalia got up pretty high.
I think someone got a little higher than me at 14 crates.
14 crates high.
So it's not an actual like camp, it's just going on during that time?
This is an event, yeah, so
Oh, it's an event.
it's sort of like the Teams course where you can go out with a group of
Okay.
15 people, and then you can compete against each other, and the group basically that stacks the most crates.
Okay. So it's a family thing. It could be, I didn't understand if it was
It can
like
be
a-
groups, yeah, or it could be families. This one is specifically for kids.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, got it. That sounds really kind of neat. I never heard of that.
It's our newest feature.
Anyone else have any comments? Rick, would you like to address us again?
Thank you.
Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Well, no closed session?
No closed session.
All right.
We're not having brief, Barney?
Hmm?
Did you have anything? I thought we had something real quick for brief.
No, it's not appropriate tonight.
Okay.
So move.
Second?
Second.
Okay.
These are records tonight.
Show that we adjourned at 6:17.
All right.
Don't you have to
We gotta
vote?
call the roll.
Call the roll.
There you go.
I was so excited to be done.
What website? Oh, sorry.
I got it off.
Okay.
Okay. Commissioner Bernstein?
Aye.
Commissioner Flores-Weiskopf?
Aye.
Vice President Ruttenberg?
Aye.
And President Kaplan?
Okay, now, thank you all.
I've seen that, Brian.
6:19.
I never saw it before.